I recently had someone come to me frustrated that they scanned their site with Wave and it showed some issues, but then this other site that looked like it had a ton of issues didn't come back with any in Wave. And I totally get where they were coming from. You know, you're trying to make your site accessible, you're using these tools to help you figure out what you need to do. And even if it doesn't catch everything, the way that these tools are talked about, it makes it sound like it'll catch whatever percentage of issues. And you're relying on it to do that. And now you're seeing the scanner find issues with your site and not with others, even though theirs seems worse. So what gives? Well, it comes down to construction. The automated testing finds whatever percent of issues is based on the assumption that everything is coded well. It's the maximum amount of things that these scanners can find. The automated tools are finding what it can find, calculating and comparing it against what it knows. So the page needs a base level of code quality in order to be able to find those issues. Because of the way different page builders put together the code, these issues are essentially hidden within a ton of nested divs and obscured in various ways. And so the tools have trouble differentiating what to test against. An automated tool that comes back saying no issues found, it just means that the tool found no issues. The results from these tools and audits should always be verified. No issues found doesn't mean that their site is more accessible than yours, and it doesn't mean that they don't have to fix their issues. It does mean that they're going to have a harder time finding and fixing those issues. If the easy to find stuff is hard to find, the whole site is going to be a lot harder to fix. Now, what about the lawsuits? I'm not a lawyer, but at first glance, it does seem like these people wouldn't get caught up in those, automated mass, notices that get sent out trying to get people to settle. It would essentially be the same thing as if someone created a site that was just images with really awful alt text. It wouldn't get picked up on those automated scanners, but anyone coming to the site is going to have a real problem using it. The good news on this front is that it seems like things are moving in the direction of what these laws and regulations are intended to be, to provide the same access to things for everyone, regardless of how they got there. People who visit sites and have legitimate issues should be able to contact the site owner, who then has a certain amount of time to respond. The goal would be to prevent people from having to reach out to you in the first place, because as sites become more accessible, people are going to leave an inaccessible site for one that lets them do what they need to do. And if it's a site that has no alternative, it is imperative that the site works for everyone. It's tempting to look at these other sites and be annoyed that they don't have any issues in the Wave scanner, but it's actually a sign that they're going to have a much harder time fixing their site, if they can even fix it without having to redo the whole thing. So go ahead and scan those other sites. See what you can find and learn what issues get flagged and which ones end up sliding through, possibly even why that happens. Use it to teach you how to dig deeper. Bring back what you find and improve your own site. And if you're feeling generous with your time, let those people with inaccessible sites know to hopefully improve those sites for the people who come to it after you.